Another minute. Another minute till we start. All right. All right. So tonight, tonight we're gonna talk about some nuances, some intangibles, and how you can prepare for the unexpected. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of bizarre, right? To prepare for the unexpected. How do you prepare for the unexpected? You know what I'm saying? But when you are a full-time content creator and you are also what I mean about full-time content creating, I mean that you actually take on projects for other people. You take on projects for other people, so they are expecting you to deliver a quality product. And the other thing is that you must expect yourself. You have to set the expectation for yourself. You got to set the standard for yourself so high that you must deliver a quality product every time. So one of the nuances that comes along with content creating is that you become a master at resolving resolutions. You become a master at fixing. You become a master at being a visionary, visualizing. You become a master at all of these things, and especially when someone paid you, you might take a pay up front for a job, and you may run into the unexpected. You may run into the unexpected. If it's something like I was discussing yesterday, you may run out of memory. Sometimes I go and shoot a project, and at no fault of the client, I may, you know, get caught in the moment and overshoot. Now I have too much footage. So when I need to offload it, I may run into an issue offloading the footage, and it might push me to my capacity. And now I have to level up another level. So the thing about, one of the nuances and intangibles, one of the things that you may not be able to plan for, right? You might be all planned up. You may have, made a checklist. You have all of your equipment charged. You have you have, a list of things written out that you're gonna do. You're on time, you know, you're hitting everything, and then boom, something comes up, and now you're like, oh crap. But the thing is that your client is counting on you. What's good? Your client is counting on you to be able to resolve it. They're counting on you. And like I said, you have to be able to count on yourself that no matter what comes your way, that you are going to solve it. You have to be a supreme problem solver. And also, when a problem is presented to you, when you're a full-time content creator, and also when you're shooting content for somebody else, when a problem is presented to you, you can't you can't even begin to look flustered. You got to hold it together. You know, you got to act as if you have it all figured out, because you got to figure it out. That's the thing. You have to figure it out. There's no not figuring it out. There's no you taking a project and then you come back and tell your client, "Oh, I can't," or "Oh, I can't figure this out." You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So before you say that, you just gotta sometimes keep it real with your client. Let them know, listen, such and such is going on. Give me another day. Give me another few hours. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Because honestly, the client doesn't know, and they don't need to know what you're doing behind the scenes. They don't need to know all the work that goes into what you do behind the scenes. They don't need to know all the work that you put in during editing. All they want is their product. That's it. But if you're having an issue, then you just got to let them know, listen, such and such, and it'll be ready tomorrow. And if you let them know it'll be ready tomorrow, then you got to get on your grind. You got to fix it. You got to fix it. And that's one of the nuances that is presented to you in this content creating world, because you're faced with it. You're face to face with the situation, and you can't run from it. But what I find, and what is the nuance that I'm talking about, the nuance is that you become a master at problem solving. You become a master at finding the resolutions. What's goody? You become a master at finding these resolutions, and that gives you such a sense of like achievement, you know, because I've been full-time content creating for about 3 months now. I mean, full-time all day. I don't think about anything else. It's nothing else I think about. I'm always thinking about creating content. You know, it's I don't do anything else but create all day. I'm thinking create, 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 create. I have a few YouTube channels, and I'm always looking, I'm always listening. No matter where I'm at, I might hear an idea somewhere where I'm at, and I say, "Oh crap, I want to create something around that." You know, so I'm always looking to create. So creation is life, and that's one of the nuances also. Like you're always in the mind of creating. Always. You're always in the mind of creating, because you realize, and here's another nuance of content creation. You realize that you can create from anything. Anywhere you are, you can create. Anything you're doing, you can create. You know, so you start to look at things deeper, you know, deeper than the surface. And you say, wow, what can I create from that? What can I take from that? What can I use from that? You know what I'm saying? I can use that for this. Oh, actually, I can take that and put it together with this and create that. You know, so that's one of the things that when you get into the content creation world seriously, you just create all day, all day. I mean, I don't even sleep. It's already 1:35 a.m. I'm in New York, right? 1:35 a.m. I probably won't get to bed till like 5, and I'll be up again by like 8:30, right? Because I gotta get up and create, and that's my whole day. I might leave home to go to Manhattan to create. Even if I'm editing a job, I might be editing a job, but I say, you know what? Instead of being home editing, I'm gonna, drive down to the city. I'm gonna go down to Barnes and Noble and sit in the Barnes and Noble and create. I'm gonna go to the coffee shop and sit down, have a coffee, and create. So everything's creation. So that's one of the nuances, is that you always are in a state of creating. You always want to create, and yeah, yeah, and that's what it is, and it's actually, here's another nuance, right? And I know I've said nuance like probably like 30 times already. Oh, let me let this truck pass. No, no, no. Actually, like for the past week and a half, the weather has finally started trending towards being warm every day. So right now we get like 70s during the day, and I would say right now I have on a hoodie because it's not warm. It's a little bit on the chilly side right now, but I would say that it's just not cold anymore here. We're trending more towards like the summer weather coming now. But yeah. So, oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So what I was going to say is um I lost my thought. What was I talking about before the truck pulled up? Oh, I was going to say that content creation, one of the, more surprising things that I've learned is this is the most liberating thing you can do. Content creating. It's the absolute most liberating thing you can do, is to be a content creator, because you're putting your own signature on your work. Your work is your work, you know? Being that right now, and maybe I'll have a team one day, but right now I'm behind the camera, I'm the director, and I'm also the editor. So you really put your own signature, your own stamp on all the work that you do. And when you start a project, yeah, when you start a project from scratch and you pull it together piece by piece, from scratch, I'm talking about from scratch, and you do A, you do B, you do C, you come to a point, to a, what you call it, to a block, a roadblock with something. It could be with your software, it could be with your device, it could be you got a headache, it could be you gotta do something else, it could be whatever. You know, you come to that point and then you get past that, and you come back refreshed and better than you were before that. But before that happened, and you still pulling together, things from space, you know, things from here, from there, and you put it all together. You mix all those ingredients in, and when you're finally done, when you finally finish your product, and you go over it and you look at it and you sit back and you say, "Wow, I created that," and that gives you a true feeling of achievement. And that's one of the best things about being a content creator, It's that feeling of achievement when, you know, when you have your final product and you know all the work that was done to get you to that point. And that's one of the best feelings of being a content creator for me. And when I got into this, that's one of the things that I did not expect. I didn't expect that. And to be honest with you, that's one of the things that when the going gets tough, right? When you get to those tough spots, that's one of the things that keeps you going because you know that when you finish that project and you hand it over to the client, or if it's something that you're doing for yourself and you look at it and you say, yo, that is fire. You know what I'm saying? Or you get that project over to your client and they say, yo, that is fire, bro. What are you doing on Wednesday? I want you to come out um to such and such and work with me over here. And then they show it to their friends, and their friends are like, yo, I've been looking for somebody to, do this and that for me. Can you do it? Are you available on Friday next week? And now you got business because you didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't quit. Because you didn't quit. Because you're always gonna come to those points where you're like, yo, and that's fine. I've also learned that that is totally fine because when you get to that point, you know what you do? You close the computer, you close your laptop, and you take a break. You go watch a movie, you take a nap, you go take a shower, you go to the gym, you go eat, you relax, and you come back to it. Because when you come back to it, you come back with this renewed and this refreshed energy, and you're ready to, and all the ideas are there. Now, whatever idea that, wasn't hitting, wasn't clicking for you before, all of a sudden, all those ideas are right there, and you're able to just, finesse it so smoothly. You're just like, yo, I'm telling you, it's an amazing achievement. So pretty much anybody, like once again, and on the last 3 live streams that I've done, this week, I believe this is my third one this week. I'm encouraging you, if you're interested in starting to be a content creator, start, start, because you're gonna learn so much about yourself. You're gonna learn so much about others, and it's an absolutely amazing experience. It's a freeing experience, and it's also a liberating experience because you're free to be yourself. You're free to create whatever you like, and come to find out, people like whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? People like whatever you like. So don't ever think there's not a market for you, or a crowd for you, or an audience for you, because there's an audience for you. Definitely. No matter what you're into, there's absolutely an audience, but you have to take the first step and start to post. So please, if you can, like this video and check out some of my other videos, and please subscribe to my channel. And I may be on tomorrow night. I just finished editing a video for one of my other channels, which I'm gonna start sharing with you guys soon. My other channels that I have, and yeah. So that's it for tonight. I love you guys. Peace and God bless.